We are live.
Hi, you've got to listen to ICAR, that's International Community for Alien Research, www.icar1.com. I should know, I'm Irish.
You are listening to United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com, 107.5 New Orleans.
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation. Let's start this conversation. We got no relation. I have come, it's cold and losing my control.
Hi, and welcome everyone to Ethereal Encounters Unveiled. Today we are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans.
Well, you drove out there into the middle of nowhere and had some sort of loud verbal display challenging ET in general out in the middle of nowhere?
That's what I was doing. I actually had a pistol in my hand at the time. I was really ticked off. When I was having this fit, I was waving the gun in the air, okay, and I had this fit. And at this moment, I said, okay.
Was a Louisiana man named Montaldo. Folks around called him Six Gun Joe. Worked with ICAR, don't you know? Investigating UFO. Out for a drive with a gal one night, they stopped to check out the reporting site. When an alien lit right there on the ground, commenced to throwing his weight around. Now, old Six Gun didn't take too kindly to that kind of thing, especially without Vaseline or anything like that, seriously. Well, Six Gun looked that critter right in the eye and said, any last wish before you die? Yo. Reached for his gun, quick as a twitch, said, fill your claw, you son of a bitch. Now a legend spread across the land. about this pistol-waving man.
Extraterrestrial.
But if you're from space or from Earth below, you don't give no lip to six-gun Joe.
Hey, Heidi Low.
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Hi, you've got to listen to ICAR, that's International Community for Alien Research, www.icar1.com. I should know, I'm Irish.
You are listening to United Public Radio Network, UPRNTalkRadio.com, 107.5 New Orleans.
I never thought I would find a correlation with blood and abductees. 69% of all of our abductees are Rh negative. Rh negative people's personalities are different than Rh positive personalities. It's not necessarily that one's better or worse than the other, they're just different. Their psychic abilities tend to stand out more. They tend to be more go-getters. They tend to want to be more involved with things on the planet. No one knows where Rh negative came from. It appeared 35 or 45,000 years ago out of the blue, and for no reason. As far as I know, Mother Nature didn't need it. It's not us doing this. It's something else. When I talk to scientists about this, or somebody in the hematological world, I ask them, I said, okay, O negative is only 7% of the world's population. I said, what is it? They can't answer me. He said, all we can tell you is it's the purest form of blood known to man and is the universal donor. They don't like hearing the UFO or the alien word, but even they can't deny it could be a possibility. I don't know if they're ignoring it or just not saying anything to us about it. And the other weird thing about this is 40,000 years ago, it was 1% Rh negative. Today, I think it's up to about 18%. It's growing. We lived in a brown-haired, brown-eyed, brown-skinned planet for 2 million years. And then all of a sudden, this emerges on the scene. We start having these mutations. There was a lot of societies down there that seemed to worship aliens, and now we find out that there's a huge segment of the population that was up. And no one can explain it. After 2 million years of evolution with Rh positive and brown eyes and brown hair, we changed. We've come to the conclusion that somebody's definitely interfering in our society. They do seem to interfere with our population. The three major races that visit here are the three blood types we carry today. The Greys are the ones that instituted the Rh negative, probably brought O and O negative to us. The human aliens, from every description I've got from anybody who's been abducted, look somewhat like us, but their heads are deeper than ours are. They're taller than us, they're heavier than us, they have 6 fingers, 6 toes. They look a lot like us, but they don't even breathe the atmosphere because originally in the original Sumerian stories, they said they built 2 great white dome cities because they couldn't live in our atmosphere of our planet. That race created a subspecies of themselves, which created the subspecies of us. The Sumerian stories talk about the 7 creations of man, with the subspecies of us being the last creation. They would procreate. It became the aggressive race that's here today, us. Technically, we have all 3 of the alien races' blood in us. So eventually, one day in 100 million years, we're going to surpass them. Do you want the species that's here today in deep space more advanced than the 3 most advanced races in the galaxy? No, that's not what they want. They want us to be an equal race, but not a race that's going to go out and conquer and destroy.
Okay, we're going to pause this for a second because I love Coast to Coast. Now, I'm glad they put these kind of segments together, but they left out a few things in there. One, Rh negative people can be aggressive. They don't like to be aggressive, but they can be deadly killers just like anybody else on the planet. Can be probably more efficiently because they're empathic and telepathic, so it's even more efficient, but they would rather not. They would rather go about it in a peaceful way. Then the way the blood was distributed on our planet is very curious. Like you hear in the clip where he says about the O, well, there is O. It doesn't. Central and South America are like 98% all O. It's very weird, very strange to even see that. Maybe they did that on purpose to try to produce more O negative people. If the whole population's O, then the odds of producing O negative goes up, right? It's the only thing I can think of. But those maps and those charts are actually on www.icar1.com. You can go there and check them out. They're on there. But I'm going to play the rest of this, but they just like to skip around. It is, by the way, this is coming off of a 3-hour interview and an hour Q&A. So you're getting 3 minutes out of 3 hours of what I was actually talking about that night. And most of it had to deal with the blood type stuff. But anyway, let's finish this out.
Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
No, actually, it doesn't. Usually there's a. Let me put this back on the screen. But usually where's my camera? There's usually a way you can adjust the speed and sound, but there's not on that for some reason. There is on the audio one, there's just not one on the video one, which doesn't make any sense. No, the audio one, you can control the audio. I wonder if you can probably control the sound down there for this. But you should be able to fast forward. You can't. It's one of the advantages to using clips off-site, like YouTube or somewhere. We can control those from YouTube itself, and y'all just see them on the screen. No, that's actually part of the download system. It's a commercial for the network. Actually, it's a commercial for the network and ICAR, the International Community for Alien Research. It's been around a few days. Yeah, it's what is this? 2026. It's conceived in the late 90s, so 28 years or so. Yeah, give or take a day or two. Well, the organization's been huge, big, little, small, and everything in between. Boy, I'll tell you something. At one point, we were doing so many cases, it was ridiculous. And by doing so, we were learning stuff just hand over fist, which was causing a lot of fights in the community because, this abduction researcher said it was this, that abduction researcher was that. David, what was his name? David Jacobs said it was this, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, and it got ridiculous. Well, that was fine. David had like 12 cases. Yvonne Smith probably had about 15 or 20 cases. Melinda Leslie was a friend of mine. She was doing a lot of stuff. I mean, there was a lot of them out there working, but no one had the caseload that ICAR did. No one. And the only reason we had it is because we got bold, got online, got on air, got on other airs, got on other TV shows and radio shows, and went around and said, hey, look, this is what we do. Tell us what happened to you. And you'd be surprised how many people decided they wanted to tell us what happened to them. Jimmy Lee, so I could find out. I could actually go look. But more than likely, based on what we consider to be real cases, and based on what the early researchers said, and now the guys who have taken over, half of everything, maybe even 60% of everything that comes in is garbage. It's not a fair way of saying it, okay? Because it's not all exactly garbage. A lot of it is other stuff. Like we've run across this where people that had been molested or messed with in other ways, instead of remembering that, they remember it as an abduction or an alien. So it's a bigger percentage of our cases than any of us like to admit. And there's other things that people they use the abduction thing as to hide behind because, frankly, it's not as bad as the memories they're hiding behind. And there's all sorts of memories. And, it's one of the reasons I'm always so hard-assed against hypnosis is when you open someone's head up, that's a non-contact. And then they start talking about this thing or that thing that happened to them. I'm not a psychologist. All I can do is say, okay, bring her to a calm place or him to a calm place and refer them to a psychologist because there's nothing I can do for them. And it's risky because you've opened that up now. They're going to have to deal with this no matter what. It's out. There's no putting the genie back in the freaking bottle. And I tell us to contactees all the time. Once it's out, it's out. You have to cope with it at that point. You may not want to. You may not even like the outcome half the time, or even more than half the time. But you don't have a choice. You got to deal with it. So it's a big warning I give people all the time. Be sure, be sure, be sure. I'll tell you something, Dean. This is the God's honest truth. There are things in my head that I should have already been hypnotized for. To be honest with you, I don't want to know. Oh no, you can ask Linda. You can ask quite a few people who have been involved in this. There are things and cases and places we've been in, shit has happened that we don't want to know. Perfect example. We're out at NASA one night, a couple of us. It was Linda, myself, Gia, Jason, a couple other people. And we're all sitting out there, basically sky watching, waiting for them T3s to come over because you can see the TR3Bs. On weekdays and on weekends, they would come. On weekends, they did it later. But on weekdays, they did it early. Right? About 8 p.m., these TR3s would just come floating across the top of the skies in NASA. And the only reason you would know it is because you'd be looking at the stars, and all of a sudden there was a big black triangle with no stars in it, and it was moving. So you were kind of no lights, no orb, no blink, no getting nothing, just smooth black. But it was weird though because it was like that carbon black with that kind of charcoal mixed into it. So it was offset from the black of the sky, or the blue and black of the sky. It was very weird to watch. And they came through on a regular basis. I mean, they were always out there. And so we started tracking them. And because of that, we learned a lot of stuff. I think some of these people, after those events out there at NASA and those events out at the fort, I think those people who were in control of that program realized that we personally, the group I was with, were not actually threats to them. So it seemed like they didn't try to block us out, because there was times it would have been easy and they just didn't. Like Honey Island Swamp, there's only one road in and one road out. All you can do is close the road, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're screwed. You're either stuck in there or stuck out there, but you're not going to get to see it. So it's, and that one road all attaches to whatever little finger roads out there all attach. I mean, it's just, you're stuck. But they didn't block it. So, matter of fact, the night I was out there with Jason and Canuck and them, and the attorney Avery and the orb master guy and all, we were out there, and those ships came by. And they knew there's no way they didn't know we were there, because when you come in, you have to cross the cattle guard. I guarantee you there's umpteen billion freaking sensors right there. And after all, this is NASA land we're talking about. You can bet there's sensors all over the damn place.
No, there's probably a satellite that permanently watches that area too.
That too, but we've noticed things in the woods before when we were hunting, going, So they know you're out there. They know you're moving around. They know what you're doing. Jackie said it was because we had discovered that the Greys used it as a playground. They said the Greys and the reptilians used it as a playground, actually. And NASA's weird because this particular NASA is on a big ass swamp. It's also on a big ass river. It's also on a big ass prairie land, and it's also on a big ass forest. And it's got a bayou coming into it. So you've got every freaking environment you could possibly want in one place. You're not going to get satellited because it's, it's a no-fly zone. And they also got the oceanographic center there as well. So you even got access to what's going on the oceans. It's a very unique place. I guess if you're an ET and you want to hang out, that'd be a good place. Oh, somewhere in this stuff we're going to play tonight, I think we found Charles Hall's Tall White's ship. If I half-ass remember the description right, we may have found it. It may have been in this batch number 4 that came out. It caught me out. I was like, well, that looks kind of like some double fake sci-fi Star Trek shit. And then I got to thinking about a description of one of these tall white crabs had a stack and fat, rounded. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. So we're going to take a look at that for a while. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot we're going to go over tonight. What do you mean? Yeah, we're definitely talk about the videos. As far as the alien abduction thing, we're going to try to squeeze in like 30 minutes in the show. We're going to talk about it again in the future. Well, no, Guy Malone was supposed to be on with us tonight. Him and Joe Jordan. I don't know if they still want it, but it used to be called the Alien Resistance. No, Joe was a good guy. I mean, I gave him a lot of shit, but that was, part of my job as a researcher. Plus, when he pissed off one of my friends at him, so she pissed me off. So I was on his ass all the time. But I liked the guy. I like Joe anyway. I'm not going to hate him. We did concerts together. We did engagements together. And, Guy Malone was a good guy. We talked quite a lot. He, like I said, he hosted a show 2 different occasions. Network 2 different occasions. He even hosted, he managed to survive under Stephanie. So it's, no, I don't know what happened. We talked and he picked the date for the day. Well, I know he works a lot, so yeah, he's like the rest of us. We'll get him on eventually. There's a couple things he wants to talk about, not just that, it's some other stuff he wants to talk about too. I don't know, I've always liked that. Yeah, E.T. loves you all, what can I say? And they love little French girls because they taste good. Is that what you just said? I'm not even sure how to take that. Maybe you should say that like for Friday night where I can actually say something gross back. What do you mean? Well, no, there's a group. It's not just them. There's a group out there that think that alien abductions are demonic possessions. If it was with the exception of a couple of things, I could have probably let it slide. But I mean, first off, I just don't understand what a demon needs a UFO for. And it's not just a UFO. It's a multitude of different shaped sizes of UFOs. I mean, what the blank is he doing? Or it's doing? And how many demons are there actually? Are there that many freaking demons that the outnumber is 50 to 1? No, there's some bullshit going on here somewhere.
Right. And we don't know for sure the demons are actual real creatures. They may be just figments of our collective imagination. But well, I don't know who it was. One of the senators who's talking about these flaps that they're releasing. We're now on release number 4. He said something to the effect that when we get to the files, when they start to release the files about the aliens, he said some of them may be perceived as demonic or demons to certain religious sects. So we talked about different alien species and what they look like. We can only go by what eyewitnesses are telling us, and it's masked data. So whatever they're seeing is only what those aliens want them to see. So we don't know the full truth. So the fact is that when we do see them, what they really do look like, they may actually scare the living, what out of us.
You know what, Lauren? I'll try to open Pal Talk back up in a minute. No, I had it open earlier, but I had to reset everything in the house for a different reason. So, Jesse, I don't know why they chose that, and I can understand why people want to believe that. I just don't understand. There's not a convincing enough argument for number one, the amount of people who are being taken. I've just never heard of demons taking that kind of amount of people before. And some of these
and,
are really
and then letting them go.
Yeah, and letting them go. But some of these
maintain possession, right?
Yeah, and some of these are really good Christians. So I'm not even thinking a demon could get their hands on something. Now, some of them are pretty evil bastards. I mean, those I can see, but I just don't feel it. And part of being a demon is you want to take credit for it. That's how you move up the chain in hell. If you're disguising yourself as an alien, well, you're not getting any credit for it.
Yeah. How many aliens are in hell?
It's a good question if there isn't. What? So, according to the Vatican, the human aliens, reptilian aliens, and the gray aliens are on a much more spiritual plane with God than we are. And apparently, according to them, they believe the same God we do. Now, see, I don't want to get into this too deep because I'm going to piss off all kind of people. So, anyway, we don't even know what the Greys consider God, because really and truly, when we look at the Greys, they're damn near gods in our book. I mean, there ain't much they can't do.
Yeah.
Everything that they said Jesus did, the Greys can do, including resurrection.
Right.
So that's why I got in trouble at the time with that company I worked for, because I said it was possible Jesus could have been an astronaut.
Yeah, well, not just possible.
Well, okay, Jack, think of it this way: God works in mysterious ways. Well, God maybe just decided to use an astronaut. This is another problem I got with you egotistical humans. Okay, so this super omnipotent being decided one day he was living in another alternative universe somewhere, and said, "You know what? It's just not enough shit out there." Boom! When he recruits these super massive galaxies at the start, which weren't supposed to exist, we found out, but they do. And then all these other galaxies, and all these beings, and all these creatures, and all this water. Odds are there's not even a number for the amount of sentient life there is in the universe. And we're not going to talk about the multiverse. Just our universe alone, there's probably not even a number for it.
It's probably an infinite number, a number that cannot be reached.
What is the odds of some super omnipotent being spending all his time listening to all you whiny bitches? Really? I mean, he just created a place that he could probably, or she, or it could probably explore for infinity.
Yeah.
Even an omnipotent super being would have a hard time exploring the whole universe. So he could just get out there and enjoy it. Or, which is one of my more favorite things, it created the universe. The universe is sentient, and the universe creates and destroys life on its own. As a creator,
that's another good possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, it works for God, Jack. Yeah, God just said, "I'm gonna create you," and then the rest is in your ballpark. Well, everything comes from star stuff. Everything in our galaxy is supposed to be related to everything else. Everything in our solar system is definitely related to. You've got molecules from our yellow sun in your body. Yes, you do. Matter of fact, you got molecules from everything in this freaking solar system in your body. Well, if Jay's right, not Venus, but everything else.
Yeah, well, not just me. I mean, Velikovsky came up with that idea. If Venus is from another solar system or galaxy, then it would be different. It would be a different makeup from what our system is. It may have some of the same materials, just in a different spread out. Different parameters. So,
Jesse, you mean our listener? No, our radio audience, our radio vlog podcast audience is way bigger than any. But as far as social media goes, we virtually don't have it for social media audience. I don't know why. We just don't. Well, on TikTok, when we can get it to run on TikTok, we do. But TikTok and X, they do well over there. But YouTube, Rumble will start to grow, so we'll see what happens. But YouTube, we've had some really good pages with YouTube making really good money, and YouTube just took them away. So now we don't even advertise on YouTube pages anymore. We use them for storage. We have 3 of them, and they're all for video storage. So that we have triple copies. Well, now because of Rumble, we have 5 copies of every video we made. Well, because YouTube fucked us, I had to. Excuse my language. I had to sue them because not only did they take our page, which was their right to do, but even though we didn't have strikes, they just did it. But we had over 2,000 archives or 3,000 archives that were only there video. We had everything's backed up in audio, but that was the only place those 3,000 videos existed, including like the Outer Realms first 2 years of the network. That sucked. Wow. So I mean, we finally came to an agreement, but it still sucks. So now we just don't trust them. So. And I mean, it's like Jay and I and Sean got a strike just playing music one night, and music we had played before. That was what really sucked.
Music that's on their website that people can come in for free and listen to.
Yeah, so we're a little, I still like YouTube. It's just we're a little more careful with these things. What do you mean? Do I think it's demonic? No, I don't think it's demonic possession. But that's because I've been in people's heads. I've been in a lot of people's heads. It's
Yeah, no, demonic possession is a whole different ball game altogether. It's something. There's a pathology there. Whatever it is, it's an actual phenomenon of its own.
Who was the first person I ever hypnotized? I couldn't tell you that. That'd be classified. But
I can tell you one of the first persons hypnotized to be regressed for memories of a UFO experience was Barney Hill or Barney.
Yeah, it was him, Barney Hill. You had it right.
Was it Barney Hill? Eddie Barney Hill? Yeah.
Okay.
And he's also one of the very first ones that was videotaped the regression sessions. And if you get your hands on them, they're scarier than some of the scariest, R-rated horror movies out there today.
On one of these 5 terabyte USB drives, they were on there. I played them on air before. We got in trouble for them once. A couple times nobody ever said nothing, and I was messing around one night. It's back when Stephanie and I first brought News on the Flip Side online. And we played them on the show. We got all kind of bullshit. People wrote to us. Because, there are parts that he's screaming.
He's losing. He
is terrified. There's no doubt that this man is terrified.
And I think, I forget the doctor's name. He's the predecessor to John Mag. He's the department head for psychology courses at Harvard. I believe it's Harvard. And if you listen to the video, he has a hard time bringing Barney down. It takes a good 5-10 minutes to get him out of that panic and bring him back to where he's. And then he wakes. And then they wake him up right away, and he's like, "What the hell happened? Why is my face wet?" Because he's been screaming and crying.
And then it was hard to listen to, but Benny didn't react that way. And see, this is what got me in trouble with the whole clan in the beginning. Somebody said something. I said, "Well," I said, "I know I'm gonna piss a bunch of people off." I was new to the field. I wasn't new to research, but I was new to the field. And I said, "I don't think Betty was a contactee. I don't think she was taken."
No.
Oh,
I think she was a victim of the circumstance. Really, yeah.
Shit. So then people just screaming at me. I'm like, telling you people, you're wrong. Barney was the one. And I said, I can prove it. I said, first off, they knew about Barney when he was a kid. I said, the Air Force has been watching him. His family and friends have been involved with it since he was like 10. I said, somewhere along the line, he told some psychologist or some student counselor or somebody about this. And the Air Force picked it up and they've been watching him ever since. And I said, it's worse than that. I said, because then you find out as he's growing up, he's friends with 3 Air Force colonels, friends. Now, people, first of all, you gotta remember when this is. This is in the 50s and 60s, okay?
Yeah.
Late 50s.
61, I think, is when it started, yeah.
So, but meanwhile, he's a black man in the late 50s hanging out with white colonels from the Air Force.
Married to a white woman.
Married to a white.
Yeah.
Okay, not exactly the easiest life you could choose at the time.
And Colonel is one. Is it 1 or 2 steps away from General?
1 to
Colonel
2.
and Major?
It can be Major's below Colonel. So
is the Major below Colonel? Okay, so yeah.
They were just they got this. They got a rank they can use in between, but a lot of times they just skip. A lot of times they just skip you, but there is something like a Brigadier General or something. I can't remember. But anyway,
Brigadier General is the first one. It's the first. It's one
so,
star, yeah.
Jack, no, but in any case, in their case, so he'd been seeing a psychologist as a kid. This is not. I'm not making this up. You can find out for yourself. Later on, matter of fact, the whole time this is all going on, he's seeing a psychologist. He's seeing someone regular. So somewhere along the line, he's working for the post office. He's friends with these colonels. One of them actually moves in with him. So an Air Force colonel moves in the man's house with him. Okay, not even sure what that was about, but okay. Well, it's not like a colonel's going to need the money. First, they get decent housing on the base. And secondly, they make good cash. So it's not like he's needed to be there.
What other reason could there be other than for observation? He's there to make sure when at night, if there's an abduction event, hopefully he'll be alerted to it.
Yeah. So he's living there. And then they get invited to the White House to meet the president. This is a black male guy. He was a postman. not a mailman. He worked in the office, is what they call him. And I guess they were in a way activists. They got invited to the White House and met the president. Now remember, it's one thing that they're black and white activists couple, but at this point, they had been taken by aliens, and it was a public thing. It wasn't like no one didn't know about it. So what the hell's going on here? Because no presidents, I've never to this day seen a president invite an abductee to the White House. Let's just be honest about this. So right off, more flags.
Trump might do it, but he'd be the second.
Yeah. I mean, but right off the bat, so there's more flags. So then a friend of mine says, "Oh, look, I got a present for you. I found this online. Here, go download it." It's the Dr. Simon's audio clips, all of the regression tapes. I was like, "You are bleeping." Not just that, I also got Carla Turner stuff, by the way. I still have that. And I got that put away somewhere safe, not on one of my computers. I don't want somebody coming to kill me over it. Jack, that's a whole other show. Carla Turner was the one who, she's the one who's proved there was military abductions going on. Oh, yeah. And she died of stage 4 cancer out of the blue. Wasn't even sick, and also was dead from stage 4 cancer. So I don't know whoever the powers to be on that. Actually, there is a show. Melinda Leslie and myself, we did a show on military and re-abductions for Coast to Coast. Yeah, it's a 3 hour, 4 hours if you count the Q&A. Yeah, go check it out. It's a good show. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, hell no. She can talk circles around. I love Melinda. I haven't talked to her in a while. I love her. She's a lot of fun. Yeah, well, I haven't been doing guests, but Jan and I have been talking about it more, and so we'll probably invite her in the future. Yeah, because these days, guests, what do you want to do? So let me ask you, y'all all listen to the show. Who do you want to hear? Do you want to hear the exopolitical group, Alfred Weber, Michael Sala, Richard Dolan, Stephen Bissett? Do y'all want to hear any of them? Stephen's fun. I don't even know what Richard's doing. I ain't heard that out of Richard. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Peter's fighting with Larry. So
Richard's been kind of under the radar a lot.
I'm just saying. Well, Whitley Strieber, he ain't doing nothing either, people.
He is writing something. He's not doing UFO stuff though. He's doing something else. I don't know. Is he doing kids novels or something?
So, Whitley freaked me out when he got on this thing with his kid.
He's gotten kind of weird lately.
So,
anyway,
no. I knew his wife. We talked from time to time online. I had met them. In Boston, Nevada, like 30 years ago, and we was there working press at the abduction conference. We were working press, and ICAR was there, so we were working as an abduction research organization mainly. But anyway, I met her there, and we talked, and I met him. He's nice. And he was rude to one of our directors because David, if you listen, I do love you, David. But David had these pictures of these blues, right? And he was talking about them all the time. And I'm like, when something happens to you, see an alien, it tends to stay in your head. You want to talk about it. But Whitley was kind of rude. He was talking to Linda about something else, some type of gray they were talking about. And he just kind of shrugged him off and kind of hurt his feelings and pissed him off at the same time. But that's who Whitley really was. And but we had him on the show a couple of times over the years. It's he's a nice guy and all, but I didn't find anything he said earth-shattering. And as far as the movie goes, I think there was a lot of stuff taken for ad-lib in there, granted, or whatever you want to call it.
He even admits that a lot of Hollywood was added in. A lot of stuff that happened in the movie. So
I'm just kind of like, well, that's where we are and all of that. No, but getting back to Barney, because that's what we started with. Somehow we got way over here, which all connects together, but still. Barney he was the one. And in the tapes, he's the one you hear. And he's the contactee. So when you hear Betty talking about what went on board the ship when they were coming back from Canada, where were they? In Connecticut? Where the hell were they? New Hampshire, Connecticut.
They were
freaking state.
They lived in New Hampshire, but they were coming across upstate New York when they were out of Canada, when they were abducted the second time with the MyLabs, which is the section that she recalls. Because and for the longest time, I was like everybody else, because I thought she was part of the abduction too.
Yeah.
I was convinced of it because she kept saying about the amniocentesis, that they had taken a long needle and taken it through her navel, and then when they had done that, she reclaimed that she said, "Ow, it hurts," and the man put a hand on her head, and the pain went away. Well, as a kid, researching this, I'm like, oh yeah, it must be aliens. And I'm like, wait a minute, why do they need a needle?
Good question. Good
So
question.
it dawned on me that it had to be something else. And then, I guess somewhere around the 90s is when the MyLabs things really began any kind of momentum in the research areas. And I was like, well, that's got to be it. It has to have been that they were abducted. No, he was abducted by a legit alien species, and then they were abducted later by a military group or pseudo military organization, military industrial complex, if you will, to see what kind of residual effects they could record off of them and what information they could get.
Yeah, I mean, Barney was a gift to the military. I mean, he was a gift. I mean, they knew who he was, they knew where he was, and they knew he was being taken. They were watching, and this. And people, and this will even sell it even better for you. So they're on vacation in Canada. They're up there. They're just up there on vacation. They check into their hotel. They stay at their hotel. They do their business. Blah blah blah. They get ready to leave. They say, okay, well, before we leave, let's go across the street and have breakfast at the restaurant. Back in the old days, either the restaurant was on the hotel or right next to the hotel or across from them.
Right.
Just the way it worked. And there was always some kind of little restaurant that was there, some breakfast, lunch place. But anyway, they go over there, they sit down, they have breakfast. Now, while they have breakfast, they can see their car and the hotel across the street and the sign. So they're looking at the sign. Matter of fact, the sign of the restaurant's in front of them, the sign of the hotel is right across from it, and their car is right there, and the hotel's right there. Okay. So remember this, people. It's important. So they go back, they check out, they get in the car, they leave. Remember, they got a receipt there, the sign and everything. So they get back, they get in the car, they leave. So driving along, well, they're lost. Okay, so they run across this person, and they ask this person for directions. And the reason I'm saying person, because it's very important. Under hypnosis, Barney describes this as a young, thin, tall, black police officer. Betty describes him as a short, fat, tubby redheaded Irishman. Okay, guys. They're in the same car, sitting next to each other, and we've got two entirely different things. So when they were asked about the hotel, they did not remember the name of the hotel. They could not tell you what the hotel looked like. They did not remember. Not only did they not remember the restaurant's name, they didn't remember what they ate for breakfast.
They had no idea what they had for breakfast, nor how much it was.
So
you could spend a weekend in Canada and you drop a dime on a hotel room for a couple weekends in the 60s. That's a pretty penny. So I mean, that would have been that time frame $400 or $500 weekend. For us, these times right now, if you do the same thing, you're looking at $1,000, $2,000 probably for that kind of weekend. So not remembering that amount of money spent.
It's so, and the reason that's important is because that's when the alien abduction happened. This is classic alien abduction 101. All of this stuff, we don't remember things. We weren't there. We were seeing different people. The roads were different. The food was different. Nobody could remember. Because somebody should at least been able to tell you what the color of the hotel door was or what the hotel looked like.
Or their room number even. They couldn't even bring up their room number.
So,
they stayed in for 2 or 3 days.
And when asked for the receipt for the hotel, they didn't have it. And then later, of course, this direction thing. So they're on the ship at this point. So the ship puts them down probably somewhere near the American border. Not in America, but somewhere near. But at this point, they already knew they were watching. The military was watching. They had something in the air, probably some type of dirigible of some sort, something that didn't make a lot of noise and move around, something that could hide easy.
Not the satellite even back then early.
So they were watching. When they hit the ground, as soon as they got in the U.S. and got a little ways in, this ship came up, stairs came down, people came walking out, black shoes, black pants, black shirts, and black duckbill caps. Oh, wait. There was something happened before that. Something shot out of the ship and grabbed the trunk of the car and turned the car off. It physically connected, even left marks on the car. Okay.
It
Now,
changed the color of the paint, I think.
So I've been
Betty.
I've been listening to alien technology a long time. I have never heard about anything that shot out of anything that attached to anything. Now I have heard this with human stuff, where we shoot electrodes out that connects to something, like when you use a taser with those tips.
Your
on
taser gun, yes.
or even jumper cables. But I mean, oh no, they got those things they use in police cars. They shoot them under the car and they attach to the bottom of the car. And it runs a charge off the police car to the car and kills it. Yeah, they even got them now. Now they got the wireless kind, like a battery pack kind. But before they were still attached to the car. Yeah, I mean, so these are technologies. These sound like regular technologies, human technologies. So anyway, they walk over there to get him out the car, loop their arms, and will walk him across the street. No puffing into the spaceship, no walking through no walls, no beams of light bringing you up to the ground. Get to the stairs, walk up, walk in, go through things, swinging doors. Whoa, what? Swinging what? I mean, where?
Like a saloon, like a Western?
Yeah, like you see in the hospital, the big ones with the one window in it.
Oh, wow, I got you.
So I'm kind of like, okay. Then she starts talking about pull out drawers and pull down maps. See, Kathleen Maldry tried to change all this in the book and turn it into digital stuff, but that is not the real story. The real story is she talks about the map. She pulled the map down when the alien was trying to show us.
Yeah.
He handed her a
hardcover
book.
Specifically, yeah.
He gave her a hard book, and they make a point of him tapping on the book. So
but also, in her defense, the map she drew off of that pull down, it's pretty accurate to what we found 20 years later, the Zeta Reticuli system.
Okay, but I can do 9 stars right now and find a star system. That doesn't count. You don't have a point of reference.
Still, though, if
that map
a lot more weight, it draws a lot more weight.
Nah, not to me it doesn't, because I've seen this done before. I've seen people where they've gone out and just look in the sky and pick 8 stars, and then you can find a constellation or a star system. Matter of fact, that's kind of how the dog star system was found. It's with their little radio telescope out there. No, Gene, it's not enough, because if it was a true map, there would have been a point of origin, and there wasn't. There was just a location, and any amount of stars could be a location,
not the starting point, right?
So for it to be a true map, there would have been had a start. Would have had a point of origin. There would have had to be one, or it's just random stars in the sky that someone took and made into a solar system. And I've actually heard that thing challenged a few times. It wasn't actually accurate. Some of the stars they used were 500 light years away from where they were. No, Gene. So the map you drew is supposed to give you a constellation of stars that are relatively all together. They're probably in the same solar system, or the same 2 solar systems that are close to each other. But these weren't. Some of these stars were way, way far away. But that's the problem when you look at the night sky. And actually, there's actually a program that does this now. And they did this because of the Stargate episode. So they've started taking certain hieroglyphs, and not just hieroglyphs, pictoglyphs and other things, and running them through computers to see if they match constellations. And they have been finding some that did.
That's kind of cool.
Does it mean anything? I don't know, but is it just
doesn't
random
mean
bullshit?
No.
But still, it's interesting, and it does prove the point that you can just randomly find things because there's so many stars.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff that's going on. Things that have been done in the past that once we had modern technology and we were able to detect these things in a scientific way. For instance, certain mandala shapes are certain sound waves, and some of these sound waves also represent the planets. But there's the one, I don't know if you know, the one patch on Battlestar Galactica. It's blue and gold. It's a bunch of triangles, and I believe it's an Egyptian symbol. But if you tune a speaker underneath a drum head with sand on it and put this certain frequency in, it'll make that pattern. This triangular. It's like a whole bunch of pyramids making like a diamond shape inside of a. It's almost like a oh, who's that guy? Not Dolly. Almost like an MC Escher, where he has the same image, black and white, over top of each other. It's that kind of image, but it's done by sound through the sand, and those are legitimate. I mean, I don't know exactly what they mean, but they are legitimate scientific research that we've found. I mean, I don't know where the sound vibrations what they mean, but the fact that they correlate to something else in certain societies and like the Vedic texts and so like that.
Might have been way people were storing information.
It could be how people were moving things through.
Well, think of it this way:
the Earth. You know, vibrations of sound could easily levitate a rock off the ground.
Take a single sound and just vary its pitches, and then vary its tones, and then add some negatives into it. All of a sudden, each wave represents 8, 9, 10 things. So if you were doing information, that's a cluster's worth of information.
Mm-hmm.
No, wouldn't be like 9 letters, it would be like 9,000 letters. Yeah, because
it's
can
almost
be broke down
detectable.
to 5 pieces. Yeah, it is.
You have to have the same device to receive it. Otherwise, you can't. You know, it's like a walkie-talkie. You don't have a walkie-talkie, you don't hear what's going on.
What do you mean? It's like Signal? No, Signal's cool. No, it's. I know what you mean. It's end-to-end encrypted. Yeah. For Signal, you have to have the device on the other end to access the one from the end that's calling you. If not, it means you can't hack it in between. You know, most people hack something in stream going. You'll only be able to hack it if you were at the end where the phone was, where the computer was. There's no other way to hack it. That's why when everybody tried to get all mad when the Pentagon thing went on, nobody really got mad because it's end-to-end encrypted and you can't hack it. The reason they got in trouble is because the idiots invited some idiot from the media to the. I mean, that's stupid. Right then, I would have made sure somebody was always checking who was in the groups. It would have been somebody's job. Okay, Chris, these people can be here and no one else can be. You see anybody else, you immediately boot their ass out and have them arrested. The spot. No, that was Pete Hessek. They were doing some bombing somewhere. They weren't even. I think it was the first time they were blowing shit up in Iran, and they had J.D. Vance and him and some others, and the son all the way in a Signal meeting along with Pam Bondi, and it got leaked out because they invited some press guy into the meeting by accident. One of the idiots did it. But
oh yeah, one of the senators had invited like a cousin or a friend or something. I don't remember. That's also a reporter.
Oh yeah. Well, technically, the reporter get in trouble because those kind of meetings are above top secret. So if you're in it and you weren't invited, well, you just broke the law. No, I don't think they did him anything. I just told them I think they were just like, yeah, the media tried to get something out of it, but there was nothing to get out of it. It's kind of like the alien thing. I'm getting ready to pull them up in a minute.
Well, I mean, he did get in trouble, so I mean, it was a mistake. So
yeah, I mean, and he didn't hack it; he was invited to it. So you can't really condemn the son of a bitch because somebody invited him to a top secret meeting. I mean, I'd probably go myself, man. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah, but basically, what happened was that there's an app that the federal employees use, particularly the senators and other things. Some of those channels are top secret. And so what he did was he's got his family on that same, I guess it's a messenger system or chat system. And this person who's a reporter also, it's like a cousin or nephew or something to that effect. And instead of sending the message that he needed to send for the invite to only the top secret people in his chat box, he sent it to everybody in his chat box. And that idiot showed up. Everybody else didn't.
Yeah, somebody was an idiot.
Yeah. If he hadn't shown up, nobody would have known that he had sent out the invite.
Yeah.
To everybody by accident.
Well, I think somebody said something or somebody did something dumb. No, we're getting ready to play some of them in a minute. I hope this first one up is the one I was looking for. So we're gonna post it in just a second. Find the chat group again. There we are. Hello. Y'all like that banner? Yeah, we made that today. One of the new. I hate to praise AI for anything because I got so many friends that are illustrators these days. It makes our life way easier. I mean, look at it. It took 0.8 seconds. 10 minutes? Didn't even take that.
Well,
it took whatever time it took me to come up with the title, because that's actually the title of the show. And it converted it into a banner. And I even like how it put the demon and the alien standing next to each other. Okay.
Yeah, and it's got like a Roswell head. I mean, when I first looked, I was like, "Isn't that the name of the Roswell newspaper?" The Roswell newspaper was the Daily Record. This is the Daily Herald. So I mean, it's close. I mean, 1950s style photo.
I know, it's kind of cool. Except the weapons aren't 1950s when you look underneath it.
Those are more. Those look more modern, more World War II. Those are.
No, that's a Hummer with a. Yeah, no, that's a Hummer with a gun on top of it. The one on I can't tell you what the other one is. Well, you never know what it is. AI crisscross stuff. Yeah, AI just crisscrosses stuff. That might be a combination of 3 different types of aircraft.
It's an H1 and an H2 and an H3, all Hummers.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I haven't seen enough evidence yet to suggest that alien abduction is demonic possession. I watched one of the guys when they got more information about it, and they know the biblical side of it better too. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, everybody's going to treat it the way they treat it. Besides, the more people look at it, the more likely somebody can find something that may change something.
Well, I mean, and like I said, I don't remember the senator that said it, but he said some of the species may, their true forms may have a demonic, appearance. And
well, that Khufu guy or Kofu guy, whatever his name is, the one they said used to show up in the 50s and snatch the humans away from the Greys and the humans. They said he had hoofs and horns. They say he looked like the devil. But he was really a nice guy. Ain't that a bitch? No, that's what they told me. They said they said it saved him from many abductions.
But there's also there's an excellent Star Trek episode where they have, I think it might be a Deep Space Nine. I don't remember, but one of them it's called The Hunted, I believe, the episode. And there's 2 alien species that are in conflict. I don't want to say war, but there's that conflict. The one is chasing the other. The one that's chasing is like almost normal human looking. The one that is the human one's trying to catch is like not attractive, reptilian like. But come to find out, and I'm pretty sure it's Next Generation, they come to find out later in the episode that eventually it's the ugly person who's the nice person.
And that's Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, the bad guy's the one who's pretty and looks like.
And somehow or another, the Enterprise people, they drugged him or something to make him think they were part of the conflict. It's I remember that episode actually, because when you first said Generations, I thought about the girl who turned into the devil. Audrey. She was
the dolphin. Yeah, no, it's not that one.
She was coming for their souls came for the planet. She.
Oh yeah, I know. The scam artist. Yeah.
Yeah, the scam artist. That was one. No, but yeah, I remember that one because I remember they were going through. For some reason, I can only remember Tucker's face. I don't remember nothing else for some reason. But I see him, and I see some guy talking to him. That's kind of definitely all human looking. But I remember when they show the other guys later on at the camp, they're like big, tall, ugly. Yeah, they look like what was them ones that stabbed Picard? They show up all the time.
Nausicaans.
Nausicaans. That's what they look like. Like Nausicaans. They weren't, but that's what they look like. Yeah, Jack.
I think the point of the show was that the stereotypical norms aren't always what you think. So like what we would think is the big, scary, mean, evil, it's going to kill you guy is the exact opposite in the episode. So that was the real takeaway.
Throw me up on the screen, Papa.
You're up.
All right, here we go. So I don't know how long this is. I haven't really looked at this. That's only 3:50, 4 minutes long. Okay. Hopefully this video I'm looking for something I thought I seen it.
Latest batch of never before seen UAP files. This is some of the newly released footage, which take a look appears to show a 6-pointed object flying off the coast of East Asia. This was
that came out in the last batch.
New footage now being called one of the most surprising elements from today's release, which was documented last year by the military's Indo-Pacific Command. In another clip, a UAP can be seen slowing down, then speeding up at various altitudes extremely close to the water before it darts off screen. Washington correspondent Tom Dempsey is live for us in D.C. So, Tom, what are UAP experts saying about this newest batch of documents?
Hey, Nicole, good afternoon from D.C. Look, News Nation has had a team going through all these videos and documents of war. This always leads to this issue in a personnel report that was released earlier today by the Department of War. This, too, got 28 height and describing it as traveling with the wind, noting it stayed still and did not maneuver or change direction. The report also describes the object as appearing similar to a large, somewhat deformed balloon. A third video we want to show our viewers dates back to 2020 when an infrared sensor aboard a U.S. military platform captured a UAP in the sky. This video, it lasts over 20 seconds before the object really disappears from view. No doubt this will lead to even more speculation and questions going around about this issue.
So there's an enhanced
version
of this
leading
that
to really
shows
no
you that crap.
answers from high up in the U.S. government, but we might see more videos and documents released as the year goes on.
All right, so Tom, we're also learning about a UAP encounter during the 1996 Columbia Space Shuttle mission.
Yeah, this one also very strange, and it involves pictures taken by astronauts aboard the Columbia Space Shuttle back in 1996. This was they were declassified, I should say, earlier today. We want to show our viewers these. Take a good look at this. These were the three images released by the Department of War showing an unidentified object in low Earth orbit. And in the second photo, the object appears to have rotated. This one you see here shows the object continuing on a path between the space shuttle and planet Earth. Those photos released today, almost 30 years after this sighting took place, Nicole.
All right, wait a minute, Tom. Now you got me wondering. All right, Tom Dempsey, live for us there in D.C.
30 years. There's no excuse for that bullshit.
1 second, it's a pipe dream. And the next?
Oh, shut up. Your pipe dream people. Now you like that. You like that, man. Yeah, you like that. You like that. Yeah, I know. Anyway, no, I'm looking for the enhanced version of it. Yeah, Jack, you find it, send it to us. Well, no, because they show this craft, that one that we were seeing, the kind of bubbly, roundy, kind of looking one, kind of thick, just hanging.
It looked almost like one of the Star Trek space stations from the movies.
It's so when they enhance this thing, it looks just like what Charles Hall describes. Well, it's weird that you know what, the Charles Halls look like the Nietzschean battleships with another piece attached to the bottom hanging down. Yeah, it's Nietzsche's got the big round fronts with big eye things on and stuff, and then they got but these have that, but they also have a piece that comes underneath and goes down a significant way. Yeah. If I can find it, we'll look at it. Let me put my lovely face back on for you. Hello, people of Earth. Yes, I am broadcasting live from my base on Mars today. Elon Musk finally got me here. I thought he was bullshit, but we're here now. So, yes, no, I have to use a green screen because everything around me is top secret. Sorry. But he's funny about it. He wanted somebody to come here with his robots. He's going to send another 4 rocket ships full of robots. Yeah, they're gonna go on robot building heaven. No, seriously, he's. I I think they're going to try to launch. They may try to launch it this year, but definitely next year they want to send 4 complete ships full of robots and supplies to start building a new colony. Yeah, because like 2 or 3 years, he's going to keep sending stuff, and after about 2 or 3 years, they'll have a colony for humans to come.
Oh, dude, they got some audio on here from NASA missions. Gus Grissom, Scott Carpenter.
There, man. Pull them up, baby. Pull them up.
Let's do. Oh, there's Wally Schirra. Let's do Gus Grissom first. Is that it? That's it. Okay, yay. Is it up?
Let me see.
Yeah, it's up. Okay.
Yeah, I see.
All right. And no closed captions. I can't make it out.
I heard a quarter of a mile out moving, but that I didn't get. So, see what's important about this one, everybody? See, this is a Mercury. So this is one of the very first missions. This Gemini, Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo. So when Mercury was going to space, there was nothing in space. Sputnik, people. That was it. There was nothing else really up there. So it's not like today when there's 100,000 pieces of shit floating around.
There's garbage all up there from other missions. Yes.
No, we made Alexa the other day, or Google one. We made it do it live on the show. How much stuff there was. It was bad. It was outrageous, actually. Yeah, it really was.
Here is Wally Schirra. Let's see how good this one sounds. Volume is up.
Has some pretty stars in sight.
Oh, this guy.
And also have the little white objects that seem to come from the capsule itself and drift off. And if they are a yaw check, it's fantastic. I suspect that the star I see is Arcturus. They're very interesting. It is neither. It is one of the white objects. So I have 2 stars that are staying quite still. The white object actually looked like it came toward me, but it wasn't. You can actually see the particle there flying off, as John described it as a lathe shaving. It's a very good description of it. My rates are now just about 0 in all 3 axes. It's almost blacked out completely at this point, and is really not usable.
Well, not much there, really. Good, interesting. Let's see who else we got. Gordon Cooper. This one's 3 minutes also. Damn. All right. Well, Gordon Cooper is very outspoken about UFOs, so let's see what he has to say. Also in Mercury.
And now at 1 hour at this time, I now have 1 hour and 21 minutes, and I am observing John's fireflies.
It's John Glenn.
Away from me. I can observe them appear to be departing from the spacecraft and drifting out to the rear. I can see some of them a considerable distance out to the rear.
So what the hell is floating off the spaceship?
So John Glenn, let me pause this. John Glenn, during his first, John Glenn was the first American to go around the Earth, and he went around the Earth, I think, 7 times. So he's the first human to orbit the Earth. and he described fireflies following his ship the whole time. So several lighted objects which appeared to maintain course with him, I guess. So that's what he was referring to. He said, I see John's fireflies. That's John Glenn. He was the next guy up.
Yeah, but the other guy was, see, they were saying the same thing. They seen it coming off the ship. They were talking about it. They said it was coming off the ship.
Looks like
off
it
the ship.
Appeared, yeah, they say it appeared to be coming off of the ship and then going towards the rear. So
weird.
Maybe it was ice particles, but not all of it.
Maybe it was just some life form. It was just they were interrupted. It was flying through it.
There are reports of some angelic-looking gold-like beings in the atmosphere above our planet.
I know. There's been there's been speculation. You know how they found a plankton and all on this, in those microbes.
Not plankton, tardigrades.
Yeah, they've actually found 4 different things now that was alive in space, and somebody got to talking about it. They think there could be fields that set up around planets of life forms. And they're meaning stuff like things that might eat certain types of energy or might eat certain types of particles, something like amoebas or things like that come in big packs. In that Star Trek episode where the ship got caught in the river, the ship. They think that actually may exist now.
Oh, yeah. And I would not be surprised.
So what they're trying to maintain is if the planet's alive, this is probably around the planet. It's a physical planet that actually has life where it can get its food from, then there's probably stuff like that around the planet. And there has been some weird reports lately of coatings on satellites. Like there was the one guy said it looked like slime. Another guy said it looked more like clay, but they said they've been getting what appears to be something liquidy getting on the satellites.
Yeah, and I think also on certain things they get like a dust, like it might maybe even a collection of iridium dust on them from being out there.
Be there in space. Jack, the amount of satellites is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
they said the amount of junk is over 1 million pieces. That's crazy. I mean, that's. We need to go up there.
You know what's even crazier, Joe? They have technology that they're able to track almost 99% of the debris, even down to like, a half millimeter, a half inch nut floating around up there. They're able to track it.
Oh,
Isn't that cool? Think about that.
Yeah,
being able to track
because when they gave us that information at night, they said they gave you by size. They said there was like 2 million or 3 million pieces from this size to this size, and then under a half inch. They estimated, I forgot, it was also millions of pieces.
Yeah, it's like nuts and bolts that fly off of all the ships that have gone up and down through our atmosphere.
Well, Jack, there's a lot of satellites up there that just they hit each other, collide with each other, break up.
Well, how many Saturn V rockets did we send up that have five stages, 5 different pieces that break off? 2 of them in the atmosphere, the rest are in outer space. So those things tumbling around, they break, and they pieces fly off it, and then when it hits the atmosphere, it burns up, leaving debris. So there's. When did we start the program? 1961, 1960, 61, something like that, 63. So that's a long time ago. That's 70, 60 some years of just junk being flown up there, not just by us.
I know that's a problem. There's so many other people putting stuff up there now.
With shittier equipment and stuff that breaks apart more.
What's that, Gene? So let me see. Active satellites 14,500. Defunct satellites 3,000. Tracked debris 32,000 fragments that are 10 centimeters and bigger. 5,000 spent upper stage rocket bodies.
Yeah.
That's just the bodies, because not any parts. Let's see. Active status defunct 45. Estimates suggest there are 1.2 million objects between 1 and 10 centimeters, over 140 million smaller than 1 centimeter. What to tell you, people? The number of satellites, quadrupled 2019, almost mega constellation, Starlink. Jesus, look at the satellites we got up there. So Starlink has been growing the satellite system like 5 times every year since it started putting Starlink up. Elon's insane. And Putin put out a warning about Elon and called him Drax.
Yeah.
I love that. I was like,
we've been calling him Drax for how long?
I know. It's bad when the president of a fucking country says, "Oh, hey, look, you know what? You people, you're allowed Drax to get a little crazy over there."
I would worry if he's got if he's been documented going in and out of a place called Fort Detrick, Maryland. If he's going in and out of there, then he's had access to many very nasty bugs.
When I'm moving when Elon moves, yeah, because he's just in too
Well, wait
big
a
of a
minute.
hurry to get there.
Hey,
No.
Joe, here's a question for you. In these files, here's one that's titled U2 and Oxcart Program History, CIA History Staff Document chronicling the complete history of the U2 and Oxcart A-12, which is the SR-71 Black Hawk. Why is that being in here under a UFO file?
That's a good question. I ain't gonna tell you.
Click on it then. Let's click on it.
No,
it's just it's a book. Okay, it's a book.
Let's see.
That's all it is. It's a book. Hiring U2 pilots. Okay. That's chapter 3. Where's chapter 1? U2 development. U2 ops. I can't see why this is in here unless there's some sort of appendixes on how to deal with UFOs. Unmanned reconnaissance projects. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Such how long ago we started doing that kind of stuff. Since that's supposed to be modern technology.
I told you we were the first, and it started with these guys. I didn't think it started with the U2, but it did start with the Oxford A-12 was definitely flying them. So maybe the concept came out during the U2 and was implemented during the Black Hawk missions. But this is just like oh wow. RAF Canberra reconnaissance photos. Nope.
I got something special for Jay.
I don't see anything. Well, yeah, nothing interesting on that. So you need to put something up. I can take these down.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna toss it. Oh, what's going on there? Come on, put it up there. There it is. Where's Jay? Uncle Jay, where'd you go? There you
go. Boo.
I was just looking for the phone. Here we go. Here we go.
I know. That's why I said boo.
Throw me up on the screen, buddy.
I think you are already up there.
Okay. So, people, you see all them dots? Those are satellites, by the way.
Wow.
Let's see. And you see, I got my finger on one. It's showing us where it's at. Let's see what this is. Oh, wait, there's another one. Let's turn this one off. Oh, wait, no, there's no. I couldn't even turn that one off because I found another one.
Oh, and it shows you where it's going. That's cool.
Yeah. It also tells you what the satellite is.
How many are going circumpolar? Not many, I'll bet. And if the ones that are, they'll bet you they're military and they're not on there.
So green. So they got Starlink shells. Oh, these are all Starlinks. All of these.
How many is it?
I don't know, but it's all Starlinks. 10,000. Yeah, see, it's up there in the top left corner. 10,000.
No, it's very small here, dude.
826. 10,826 of them. And it even shows you what generation they are. You can tell by just the color by clicking the color. Dude, can you imagine when all of these are clicked?
Holy shit.
I'm not even getting close to clicking them all. Is there any place in this planet that's not covered? Look at this. Oh, wait, we got a hole. Oh, Dodger, we got a hole. Look at that.
Yeah. Like I said, there aren't very many. They're going directly north. There's not many going circumpolar, like me following the pole lines.
They're right around it, though. Look. They're all around it, all the way up to it. Like just this little section's the only thing they don't get in.
Yeah, go to the bottom. Go to the other side. You see, I bet you see the thing. Yeah, same thing. See it? There it is.
Get back up here. Where's the ice sheet?
Same fucking thing. Look at it. Oh, sorry. Pardon my French. Wrong show.
This one's smaller, though. Look.
Yeah.
There is an oddball right there for some reason.
That one's probably military.
Probably.
Or maybe that's the Black. Is the Black Knight in here? Maybe that's who that is. Maybe it's the Black Knight.
Let's zoom in and see what we can see.
No, that's a line on Australia.
That's something.
Weird. Oh, very, very weird.
Yeah. Where is this? What country is this?
That's Antarctica, dude.
Okay. It is.
Australia,
Yeah,
but that's Antarctica. Yeah.
No, it's Antarctica.
Got to be Antarctica.
Yeah, you can tell by the way it's spinning. You know it's Antarctica. No, people, look. I haven't even totally touched any of them. Look how many still out there. I can click through. It's crazy.
What are those foggy spots, dude? Huh?
I think that was
Space Shield.
No, I did that when I clicked on someone for some reason.
No, it's a space shield being
there
created by
it
the
is.
Starlink satellites. So that when he does inject the planet with his viruses, the shield will keep the virus from being, ejected from the planet somehow.
So yeah, so not all of them do that, but some of them click on. There you go. See these?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So this is overlapping coverage, is what this is.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's what that is. This is overlapping coverage. Look at this shit. And look at these places
got almost the
crosses
whole-
like that.
He's
look how
painted the
big that
whole-
is.
Jesus
Where is
Christ,
this?
yeah. That's Antarctica, dude.
No, not
Still,
this.
isn't it? Or is
No, we're somewhere up in the middle of the planet somewhere.
It might be South America.
They don't have no damn.
America, yeah, South America. Yeah, you were in South America.
Yeah, so there's the United States. Let's see if there's anything like. Yeah, see, America's
Yeah.
not covered that much. Let's see what kind of overlap we get. I don't know. We're getting some solid overlap. Let's see if we can cover the whole country. Yes, people, this is Starlink we're playing with here. This is Elon. And y'all don't think he's fucking y'all don't think he's Drax. Oh, come on. Look at this. Look, I'm
Yeah,
going all
don't
the way
let
up to
him-
the pole.
Don't let him go to Mars, then, man.
It actually overlaps all the way up to where the pole is. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over here. Now, these lines you see, ladies and gentlemen, that's orbits.
Yeah, that's an actual satellite. Each line is a satellite. Orange, blue, green, purple.
Yeah, and that tells you over here which generation they are. And pink is polar,
Yeah,
by
the-
the way. If
The
you see
purple
pink
ones
line,
are polar, yeah.
nah, the pink ones are. The purple ones
Yeah.
are.
It's not
Oh,
on
wait,
there.
no, maybe that is. Maybe that is. No, that is deep purple. That's pink. What the hell? No, you're right. It ain't on there. Well, what the hell? It sure ain't on there, man. So best I can see, there might be some gaps in it. Nope. Yeah, oh yeah, there's one little gap in the coverage.
Yeah, that's the desert in Nevada. Nobody lives. That's
oh
probably
no,
Nellis.
something else
That's probably
just
Nellis.
clapped it.
No, it's probably Nellis still. We're still not all the way fogged in.
I bet you some other ones around there. Yeah, look,
There
I
you go.
found
There
some
you
more.
go.
Because you can't even see them while they get covered by the light. There's still more down there that have been clicked. So this blob y'all see, ladies and gentlemen, that's Starlink, and that's the United States.
That's America. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying. By the way, the dot you see flashing is where the satellite is actually at right now.
And aren't we the ones that came up with that we thought he was Drax? Were we first?
As far as I know,
Probably.
we're first.
Probably.
We've been saying a long time. At least, huh? No, Jack, probably about 10 years now. Yeah, ever since some of the stuff he said about going to Mars. And then once I seen Starlink and Jay, we're talking about online, I mean, it's insane. See, I don't know why we have all this overlapping coverage out here in oceans. I guess this is where
that's where all the ocean liners go. That's the main route to Europe from Canada and America. He's got the entire planet painted.
Not quite yet, but he's going to.
And it's pretty close, dude.
It's pretty close. I wish there's a way you could turn these all on all the time. I'd love to see the full coverage of this.
There's got to be a button up there. Why don't you click on those colors? Click on the where it says Starlink shells. Click on one. Maybe it lights them all up.
Yeah, it turns
Click
them
it
off.
again. Click it again. Yeah. See? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, so it only turns them off if you've already got them highlighted. Well, that bites.
But at least yeah. Wow. Yeah, you can narrow it down. Looking for a specific, beacon.
Oh, so there is colors on here that aren't on this chart, though. I wonder if there must be something scrolls on here. Maybe.
Click that. Yeah, click that arrow. Oh, no.
Maybe down here. Launch age.
5. Well, great. Older than 5 years. Click on that purple.
Oh, that turned it off. Okay.
Yeah, you need to turn it back on. Turn on the other ones off. That's right. Yeah.
Not many older than 5 years. It's a handful.
Not that many.
There's some unknown stuff. I like how you put that in there.
Well, yeah, it's got to be no launch date, or it's got to be
so that's 5 years.
Night.
That's the original web he put up, and then here's a year. That's what he's launched this year. Last 90 days.
Wow.
He's definitely interesting, Jesse. Let's see. Inclination. Okay, it just shows low, high, equatorial.
Yeah, that's just the parabolic path. Amazon.
So everything is blue is Starlink. Let's turn it off.
Yeah, click the orange stuff. Don't leave the only orange one. That's Amazon.
I don't even see any on. Do you? I just clicked off the blue. There don't seem to be any other colors since I turned Starlink off.
You might maybe they're all off. Click on the orange real quick. See what happens. I guess not.
Did you see anything come on?
No, not really.
Okay, let's try green. I see some red spots.
Very faint. It's very.
Let's try
faint.
red.
Nothing.
Wow,
I don't see it.
Let's try blue.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Okay, so that's just to make a point, people, that you basically Starlink owns this. Orbital attitude, yeah, we don't care about that. Starlink type. So it's just a type chart that up to.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I can see.
Oh wow, look at that.
So I type it, see it's gonna give me information. Info Starlink 3496.
34396.
Yeah, 34,396. Yeah, I think they got a few of these satellites. Re-entry risk.
What's he up to? 100 something thousand?
I don't know. It only says 10,000. That's all it's telling us about. Oh, so there's no re-entry risk right now. Okay, cool. Starlink shells. We know about these because we're looking at them. Launch age, orbit. Huh. Still about to turn them all on.
Very interesting website, though. That's for damn sure.
Oh, Jack, what the hell is this? Anyway.
Stats.
That is happening. You mean if I bought the satellite tracking map? I don't have it on right now, but I can go find it. It's no, they got SatCom. I don't know. It's on my phone. I have to go up. But yeah, that's the JPL used to do it. I don't know if they still do it. They used to track everything in space. So this is Africa, right? Yeah.
Didn't they relinquish control of that to the NSA, like within the last 10 years or so?
So Africa is covered. Why are there so many down here at the bottom and so few up here? This is Europe. This is Asia. Oh, that's why.
Well, because there's nothing at the top but water. At the bottom, there's this giant 2-mile ice-covered continent, supposedly with alien life forms and technology underneath of it.
I believe this is China I'm covering right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can cover India. They're all the same brand. Well, that's India and China covered.
Yeah, well. So, what is the goal? How many more does he want to put up? Like 100
I
some
thought
thousand?
Ask Google. I thought he said he was putting up 100,000. Check and see.
Hey, Google, what's the total number of satellites that Elon Musk wants to finally put up in space?
Starlinks.
Elon Musk has ambitious plans for SpaceX to operate a constellation of 100,000 Starlink satellites, and he has also discussed the possibility of a much larger network of up to 1 million satellites that would serve as orbital data centers.
But so clearly the dude's lost his freaking mind.
Clearly. But we've been warning everybody, no, man, no, he's not here. He has people. He's gone the way of the dirty dog.
Yeah, he is. I mean, listen to the way he talks sometimes too. He sounds like he's like sedated. You know,
yeah,
like heavily,
and then sometimes he's all
sedated.
hyper out of his mind. So ain't no telling what kind of drugs this guy. Actually, Gene, I am covering Russia right now.
So what can he do with what he's got right now? Can he could probably disrupt all of Earth's communications, I would think.
Well, just think if each one of them had an EMP on board.
Well, doesn't you say that most of them have, or not most of them, all of them have a laser on board?
Mm-hmm. All I know is
communication.
I know these new ones he's putting up. These are much bigger than the ones he has up there right now.
But even so, the ones he still has are communications networks. They have lasers for digital communication.
They probably have some type of laser communication on board. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be. I mean, that's what they're designed to do. So, now, Frank, this is what you see me clicking on right here. This is Russia, Europe, Asia. Yeah, if you look down here, there's Australia. But it's worse than that, Jack, because I'm covering these areas where you see people, but watch when I get out here in the ocean where there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's still got the same effect.
I can see them putting coverage over where the common shipping and pleasure boat cruise lines go, but the whole ocean, the whole planet, why? Something's up, man.
There's going to be gas strength. There's not going to be a lot there. Right here, you see the North Pole.
Yeah.
There's one that goes across. Look, they didn't have that one before. We must have found that one by accident. See it, Jay? Like 37695.
Yeah, it must be military. Or it's the Black Knight. Click on it so you see what it tells you.
It don't. It's not in the thing. I'd have to find
the dot.
Yeah. I guess we could follow it. Let's see.
You can only go in one direction.
Damn, I see it's something should have. Damn it! Let's scroll up some more. I'm still following it. Oh, look, it crosses the other one too, the Antarctic.
Well, you can turn on all that, just the red ones too. If you want, it might help. You click everything else off. No.
There it is.
You do want them. Yeah, it is.
Let's go find it again just to make sure where we were.
Oh, there it is.
37695. 37695.
Can't you click on it out there? Yeah.
Turn it off. Oh wait. That might be it. That might be something else. Oh shit. Yeah, something else popped up in there. Yeah, see, yeah. There ain't much room where there's nothing. And each time it seems like we find more because this circle's got way smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack. So look, this is it right here. We're going to follow it around now that we can see it. I think it crosses right over the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes right over the second one. Yeah. It's got to be the Black Knight.
And that thing that we talked about, that line, whatever it is, there it is. Look, it crosses right over the edge of the line. I almost tell you, people. And you see these satellites group. Look, you can see how they are. They're intentionally going around this.
Yeah, almost like they're supposed to.
There's nothing out here.
Yeah, there's nothing on that entire continent. The whole thing is peppered with internet. Right?
Yep.
Isn't that all internet?
Internet, TV, high speed, everything. What's this green thing flashing now?
I can't see it barely.
I turned it off. There it is. It's back. What is it? I can't see it. Oh, you can't.
Zoom in.
That's what I'm trying to do.
The alien.
It's one of the others. No, it's not. It's independent on its own. It's a non-color. Even though it's flashing, it's green, but it's flashing. But that's check with the green zone. Oh, it lit it up.
Maybe now you can click on it, and it'll tell you what it is.
No, it showed me when I lit it up. Oh, I turned it on. Oh, now I lost it. It's gone now. I'll never find it again.
Damn it. It's a strange map. Elon Musk is Drax.
Yeah, guys, I don't know what to tell you, but it's looking pretty Draxy to me. Well, you see, no, I mean, I could sit here all night and do this, and I'm telling you, we just cover everything. There's not going to be any places that it doesn't overlap.
Wow. Here's a file I just came across. Sandia-based nuclear A 116-page declassified collection of military correspondence documenting 209 UAP sightings. Wow.
Those could be those.
Yeah, but it's all paperwork, though. I don't think it's pictures.
Oh, no, see, there's a hole right there, Jim. You see, look, you got your Arctic, and then you got a little off piece. See? So you're gonna have the same thing here. Watch. It's good. I don't know. Anyway, people, sorry about that. I got a little carried away with the stupid man.
Yeah.
It's Elon Musk world.
Jesus Christ.
That's the northern hemisphere.
That's just unbelievable. And he's still launching satellites. It's,
every day.
He hasn't stopped.
Oh, this mission that goes tomorrow. He's got a mission flying tomorrow. It's got Starlink satellites. Yeah, it's number 13. It's supposed to be a special booster. And then the next one they're going to fly. They're going to try to land both of them on the ground together at the same time.
Huh. Wow.
The rocket and the spaceship.
I guess they're going to air that on TV, I hope.
Yeah, it's supposed to be live tomorrow. I seen it on YouTube earlier. I seen it yesterday. I signed up for it, but I hadn't seen anything today. I said, Jim, he's going to town. Yeah, China did just catch
he's not going to town. He's going to Mars. You just said that.
Yeah, no, Elon did. No, China caught one with a net. Yeah, they didn't land it. They didn't even fly it down to the thing and let it get caught by like he does. They just dropped it in a net. That's not landing, asshole. No, Elon makes it hard on everybody. Japan just landed their spaceship today.
Where?
They got a nice little spaceship. They landed in Japan.
Where, on Mars?
No, at home. It's a new prototype for a spaceship. They just brought it back and landed it.
They didn't go to the moon or anything. They just,
as far as I heard it, and I think they were just flying around. So Jimmy, that's all the civilized world right here is completely covered by this crap. They're telling us being beamed into our heads. Ooh, I am Elon. We love you. Elon, love Elon. Ooh, it doesn't work real well because people still hate him, but still. I mean, look at this. This is insane.
Yeah, it's just nasty, disgusting. How many?
And the more I click, the more I find.
And how long are these guys going to stay up there?
Who?
All these satellites. These 100,000 some odd that satellite team wants to be up there.
They're never coming down. They'll just get replaced every time they break.
But yeah, how long? What's the lifespan is what I'm worried about. They last a year, 10 years, 50 years.
We see these yellow ones are 5 years and older. Remember, we seen them out a little while ago.
Yeah, I mean, but that doesn't tell us what the maximum lifespan.
Well, we know it's at least 5 years. We know it's at least 5 years since they're not rushing to replace these.
What is the maximum lifespan of Elon Musk's Starlink satellites? Does she know?
Starlink satellites have a design lifespan of approximately 5 years.
5 years.
This limit is primarily due to the amount of onboard fuel required for the satellites to maintain their position against atmospheric drag. Once they
Hey, Google, stop. Yeah, okay. So they do have fuel that when it runs out, they come down.
Yeah, but I think his new ones are running off of something else. He was talking about something. Oh, and they were talking about some new fuel to go to Mars with that'll get you there in 60 days.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Let's see it. Is that what launching this attack or this launch?
No. This is just putting the new big ship into space. Land.
But he's not using the new engine that will get him there in 60 days.
No, that's all test stuff. That's all stuff they're testing. That's for when humans go to Mars. That's not for when he's sending rockets. Because, like he said, who gives a shit if it takes 90 days, 120 days for a bunch of robots to get there? It's not going to hurt them. This would be, see, this is what's so great about this. You don't have to put any life support on board these ships, no food, none of this stuff. And his robots can be packed up and folded up. So not only can you send a couple hundred
cargo.
Yeah. So you send like a couple 100,000 robots per ship, along with other stuff they need, and they can even disassemble the ship if they need to use parts from it. So they're going to have quite a lot when they get there, and he's going to be steady sending more ships after that. So right now, people, they produce 1 starship a month.
Wow.
They're pretty soon going to up that to 2 a month, and by next year, 5 a month.
And how much does it cost him to build one?
Apparently not as much as we all thought it did. Or else he's making way more money than we realize. But they were saying Starlink, as it grows, should really pay for a lot of this. He's also putting those high energy computer centers in space. They got one going up. I think part of this mission tomorrow is going to have part of that going up there. Well, no,
communications or just data?
AI. You know how they build all these AI? Okay. Yeah, so his goal is to take all AI off Earth and put it in space. Wow. For a couple of reasons. One, you can use the environment to cool the computers. They won't get super hot and anything. And since they're in space, you can just put a solar panel on them, and they'll have plenty enough energy to run a data center.
Right.
And he's talking about putting up miles of them up there.
Miles?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very strange, but he's definitely looking at the universe and the world differently than we are.
He's literally going to put the cloud in the clouds.
Yeah.
Actually,
he literally
way above the clouds.
I mean, it's a good idea. I mean, one, it doesn't pollute our planet. It doesn't help heat our planet. It keeps our planet cooler. And all these data centers, because these people are bitching about these data centers in their neighborhoods, making their electric bills go up. So up there, the electricity will be free, basically, because it'll be running off of solar. And it won't be infested with any of the humans. So, and it can be allowed to run like it's supposed to.
Well, but then on the bottom side, if anything breaks down that needs human repairs, there won't be humans nearby enough, or maybe even robots to fix it. At least not at first. Unless you assign a robot or a robotic team to each piece of equipment that can malfunction, so that if it malfunctions, there's something there to get it going again. But again, you need robots, lots of them. And I hope he's sounds like
that's not Elon's making these things as throwaways. So if one breaks, they just replace it with another one. And wait, give him a decade. I bet you figures out how to replicate it. He's already learning how to mass. He's already learning how to mass produce them.
Then we'll have Stargate SG-1, the Replicators episode, where they eat everything in sight.
So people, y'all see I've been steady clicking. Look at there you go.
Jesus.
And I can just click away and click away and click away and click away and click away, and the world gets covered by Elon Musk. We're gonna do this whole map here. We're gonna bring this. We're gonna start using this on here. We want people. I love Elon, but this is freaking ridiculous. Is what this is. And he's gonna do this 100,000, which means this will be a layered thing.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple places that are open, like up here. You see where I'm playing around. There's stuff up here that hasn't.
Near the poles, for one.
To them. I don't know, but that's serious. It's crazy.
And we are also at the witching hour.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to get out of here, but
the show will be coming on shortly.
That is just insane.
Even the ocean, the whole damn ocean.
And all of
Antarctica has what 65 scientists from a few different countries on it. That's it. That's overkill, dude.
Yeah. Well, let's see, Jack. We got a couple seconds. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna make a line all the way around the world. Let's see. Well, I know there's one piece that crosses the top because we already noticed there.
Yeah, we tried to find it.
There it is, right there. We just ran across it there. So what we got to do now is we got to go around and around. Maybe thing around and see what else there. I'm trying to keep it steady. People just don't want to behave it, so. I made a big star back there. Okay, the hole ain't very big now. Let's flip it over. So now we got a line. This all covered. This line runs over across the top onto the other side. There's your world. There's Elon Musk's world, people. Look, I got a little hand up to the basket.
I see it.
No, look, I'm just clicking. I mean, I'm not even getting. Remember, people, I'm not even getting all of them. There's 10,000 of them. I'm probably gonna end up getting maybe half of them.
Yeah, and there's going to be another 90,000 more coming. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, now I'm just making little waves to it. Well, not everywhere it has them. There are some bald spots, not a lot. But anytime you see the white, that means it's coverage, overlapping coverage.
What if you're inadvertently changing them, retasking them to new tasks? And you did it.
You know it's going to be in trouble because I just made a fucking mess of the system.
What the hell? They're all on a collision course.
What the hell happened here? There you go. We're going to get out of here, but this is your Starlink map. I need to save this because we'll use this in the future. No, because we usually use JPL and Milan's maps, their satellite thing. But this is just Starlink.
And yes, it's nuts. I mean, the whole Earth, like a few small bald spots. It's unbelievable.
It's crazy. Wait, what's all the stuff down here I didn't see? It's going to be good stuff I might even need. Right, close out of this. Set home.
Yeah, definitely favorite that website.
Yeah, we got it saved.
I show that to Jeffrey. He'll spend an entire 2 hours of Church of Mavis looking at that thing.
Damn, look at this, people.
That is outrageous. Oh my God.
We're being oh no, the sky's moving back as a planet's spinning. We're going around our solar system. That's what's going on right now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the Milky Way. There goes the sun.
What was that red bubble and stuff we seen up there a minute ago? Whoa,
there's the sun, dude.
What
I
is
think you saw
all
the
that?
sun.
Yeah, look at this.
What?
This little red.
What the hell? Zoom in.
I'm
I don't know.
I'm trying to do it without disturbing it. I get closer, it's going to go away, I bet you. Yep.
Maybe it's just an effect of the all those orbit arcs going around the planet. Creates a halo effect. I don't know. It's a strange map. A strange map created by a strange dude who sounds like he's constantly sedated, like heavily sedated.
Oh wait, this thing does things down here.
Oh hey, whoa!
I took the lines out.
I took
the dots you see flashing. That's where the current satellite is. Yeah, but I don't have them all clicked on. As you can see, there's lots that's still not clicked on. Let's see.
Tens of thousands of them. And that 10,000 Starlink is just him. That doesn't count all the other countries on the planet that have satellites up there.
Okay, what's this? Show trains. Oh,
what?
Trains of satellites training together. See the orange blotches? That's what they are.
Oh.
Let's see what this says.
So they're already starting to gather up. Oh my God, we're doomed. All right, everybody get to your underground bunkers.
Okay, now you can see them better.
Yeah.
Spread out all over the place.
Wow.
Lighting off. Lighting on. Oh. I was I just turned off all the satellites lights. Oh shit. Jay did it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm controlling your computer from here in Pennsylvania.
That takes out the background stars. What's this? Side roll by 10. Oh, there it goes. Labels off. Labels on.
This is almost more addictive than Google Earth.
It's weird.
Yeah.
All right, let's check our orbits back.
Kind of looks like a Christmas ornament now, doesn't it? Like a glass Christmas ball.
Well, there you go, people. There's your. Let's turn it up. There's our big, beautiful spinning blue ball. Thank you, Elon. Elon is on my shit list, man. Y'all,
Drax.
He is on. Yes, he is Drax all over the place. Hey, Heidi. You've been taken over by Drax is taking you over. Carry you to you. You are now citizens of Drax.
If he plans to kill the planet, he has to get off of it first. That's what the first Drax did.
Or as you humans will call it, Elon Muskville.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think of it this way: he's going to put 100,000. But think if each one has a nuclear core in it, he just decides to crash the planet.
Yeah. And we've determined that some of them might have some sort of a laser, perhaps something of a destructive nature. They could just point at the Earth and zoom.
Or each one might have a little cobalt ball in it with a little diamond reactor thing on it for a mini nuke.
Yeah.
Look, you can't put it past Elon. He's brilliant. And I would think whatever he invents could be badass. Self-driving badass. Can blow you up while it's driving itself.
What if they're all EMPs and when they come down they go and wipe out the cities? Yeah.
Jack says he wants a Tesla with lasers. That'll be the ones on Mars, man. That won't be the ones.
Yeah.
You'll have to live on Mars if you want a Tesla with lasers. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mainly because you people, I couldn't have lasers in my car. Nope. Because just too many people.
I'd be irresponsible with it. Yeah.
Yes, I would be disintegrating people. Well, officer, what car are you talking about? There was no car there.
Yeah.
I seen the car. There's no car there now, sir.
Well, do you see any ashes? He must have turned off somewhere, buddy.
Yes.
Well, dude, it is 9:09. We need to
we got to go.
Going on.
Because the boss ain't feeling good anyway, so I'll be nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna Jack, we're gonna get on down the road. Well, nice thing to do, and no, we'll get into it more. It's just, the Hill case is always fun to talk about, but it's kind of a moot argument.
Yeah.
I mean, we have our side, they have their side, and there's stuff in between, but when you listen to the explanations, ours is much more plausible and much better. And it does prove when Mill Dabbs probably started with the Hills. And it's the perfect case for it to start. I mean, they were in contact with Barney Long. They knew since he was a kid. So it was a perfect case for it. I mean, he may have been the crowning jewel for it. I have no idea.
Definitely the poster child for.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Alien abduction. Definitely 100%. I mean, it starts there. I don't think there may be one or two few reports prior to that, but none of them reached the scale that Betty and Barney hit. I mean, they go strong. I mean, at least he dies in 73 or 74, 5.
He was young.
42 or something like that. And then she goes on until the 80s, which I think she was. Well, I think she dies in the 2000s actually, but she goes on through the 80s and just keeps changing the story, and it's like it's starting to get to the point where it's like, look, lady, it looks like some of your story is starting to be bullshit. Pardon my French. Sorry, wrong show.
Oh well, she grew the story, changed the story, and then Betty came on.
Yeah.
I mean, and Kathleen came on, changed it
more. But I think part of it was because she was older, and the original legend and lore had started to die off, and she missed being interviewed about her and Betty and Barney, and she loved that man unbelievably. And I don't think after he passed, I don't think she remarried at all.
As far as I know, she didn't. I interviewed her twice after that, and then Adrian used to hang out with her. They got really mad at me one night because I was nice to Betty. I didn't say anything to her, but later down the line, I was talking at a conference, and someone asked me. I said, "No, I don't think she's a contactee." I said, "One off, she don't want to be put under." I said, "She just," and I said, Barney was the contact too. I said, "That's who he was," and I said, "One thing." I said, "It's not uncommon for a wife or a spouse to see an abduction. It happens as long as you can maintain it." But in this case,
the situation, absolutely.
But in this case, she wasn't witnessing the abduction. She was just witnessing a military abduction. The military wasn't worried because they knew no one would believe them. Yeah, they described like razor blades, needles, swinging doors, pull down maps, black and white TVs, stuff that just frankly, for the day would have been state of the art, but for today, as far as alien technology goes, no, it's not even as good as the technology we got. Yeah, so it's just one.
Yeah, and the swing hinge doors is another giveaway. I mean, and the amniocentesis thing, the needle. Why would an alien species that's 1,000 years, 10,000 years, a million years advanced than us? Why would they need a needle? They could just go with a machine or a device that doesn't create the body.
Maybe I can find some of the Hills original, some of their other interviews, and maybe we can find some of the Hickson's interviews from Pascagoula, and maybe we'll do those two cases. Yeah. Well, there's a few other abduction cases to talk about. A couple of my favorites, though, they got out of. Yeah, we got to get out of here. We did. Guys and girls, we got to go. It's 14 now. So the show's probably I'm gonna kill both of them SOBs. On that note, y'all have a good week. We'll see y'all Friday. Got a good bit of news to catch up on, but we may be able to continue some of these other topics on Friday and Saturday because the news cycles are kind of slow right now. I mean, there's always something Trumpy or Denny, but
it could explode in the next couple of days. You never know.
Yeah, but more than likely, I think we'll have about hours with news, some satire, and then we'll have time to get into tackle some of these other topics. Well, I'd like to talk a little bit more about some of the stuff we were talking about today, and we'd like to really go over some of the videos because batch 4 is supposed to be out. I just haven't seen it. I looked at 3 different batches. It was all over batch 3 stuff. So we'll track those videos down for you and play them as well. But anyway, on that note, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and UFO Undercover. Jay and I appreciate you stopping by. Are you on this Friday night, Jay, with Uncle Jeffrey?
Yeah, we are on tonight. Yeah, on Friday, yes.
Good. So that means Jay's pulling double duties on Friday. Just 2 in a row.
It's going to be 5 hours.
Yeah, he's
6.
Oh, he was hyper last week. Well, we almost did 4 hours last week. We did 3:40 or something. No, we just ran out of material. That's all. We just made it because we keep that extra hour because sometimes we got overload of shit to get through, and sometimes we don't. So it just we can go as late as 1.
Ramble on, and we go, oh my God, look at the time.
Yeah, sometimes we go as late as 1 or 2 his time, or earlier we'll end an hour. It just depends on the amount of material, or if we've locked into something that's a really good conversation. But anyway, on that note, thanks again for tuning in to United Public Radio. I hope you enjoyed the show. Any moans, groans, bitches, or complaints, feel free to write to Michelle DeRoche. Jay and I'll see you on Friday. Jay, I'll see you twice on Friday, and I'll see you twice on Saturday. Good night, everybody.
See you.